Thank you for attending the Tempest. Your show will begin momentarily. In the meantime, please feel free to kick back and relax in our lobby. Hello, treasured guests. By default, the general admission ticket to the Decameron doesn't include access to our gilded spoke VIP lounge. But if you can find something that proves you have what it takes to be a proper helmsman, we may be willing to make an exception. Visit our memorabilia museum, presided over by the MC, our executive producer, a real mover and shaker. He'll shake hands with anyone in a crowd. Concessions to your hunger. Literally, whip yourself up a treat. Simply grab your mask to remove it and hold it face side up, just like a dinner plate. Now give it a snap. Voila! Cooking flames. Alright, toss in the egg, the cracker, then give it another snap and yum! A refined patisserie for you, our refined patrons. Historic, but you won't find a stuffy museum here. We keep our history right next to our nice cold refreshments. Take a look through the glass, right into the past. Old Jerry here is sure you'll find a souvenir or two in there that will grant access to some of our fine lobby amusements. privileged guests, we are about to begin. Please finish your drinks, take stock of your interdimensional bits and bobs, and conclude all use of the facilities. For without further ado, may we present your
Peter Papaya? Peter Papaya! Peter Papaya! Oh no. Peter Papaya! Peter? Peter Papaya! Oh my goodness, Peter Papaya. Are you here? Snap if you can hear me. Snap if you can hear me. Okay. Whew. Oh my goodness, what a relief. Can you see me? Oh my goodness, you appeared in my backyard and you were just a little... I don't know, puddle of pudding or something. You were just stuck in the... Oh, you had to take your head off and then you had to put your head back on because time sprites can do that. Got it. Noted. Well, it's been a whole 24 hours. What you want to do today? Oh, it's Haylee, by the way. Alright. Just making sure. Now, we could continue our interpretive dance rehearsal if you want. You do? Okay, great. Let's keep diving into that, right? Seeing what embodying a character is like versus speaking a character. You know what I mean? It's just a different approach. Yeah. I mean, that's basically how I, as a dancer, got started in acting. Was through dance. Did you know that? No? OMG. I have been dancing since I've been 4 years old. And I did not start acting until... Oh dear. Well, I'm actually kind of an amateur actor. I didn't start acting until... Well, properly acting since 2017. Yes. So it's only been a few years. But dancing since I've been 4. And, well, you can't really tell with me in this kind of avatar, but I'm 32. So I'm old. I'm very, very old, so... You're old as well? Oh, high five! The old folks are in the house! Alright. Now, let's get down to business. Let's start this rehearsal. Now... Ooh, have you heard of... I know exactly the inspiration that we will draw for our opening storm scene, alright? Have you heard of... the choreographer, Jose Limon? No. Okay. Well, quick question. Are you in the country of America right now? Brilliant. So Jose Limon is an American-Mexican choreographer. He's no longer with us. He was one of the founding fathers of what we know as American modern dance. And Jose's, Mr. Limon's, technique is built off of the use of gravity. So, if you swing your arm, be very careful. If you're standing up, don't hit anything off a table. But if you swing your arm, you will feel the rush of the gravity pull you down and the suspension at the top, kind of like a roller coaster, right? Well, that is what Jose has built his entire technique off of. So, with that idea in mind, the rushing, the suspension, that kind of adrenaline, let's go into the storm, feeling this physical expression, alright? Alright, up we go. Here we go. There we are. Oh, let's see. Let me do this together. Yes, we can. Fantastic. Alright. Alright. So, I'm wondering now. Maybe, you know, let's just make this a stormy duet. So we're not even sailors anymore. I'm going to say the sailor text as our music, but let's actually start embodying Ariel. So let's be the storm. It's going to get weird. It's going to get abstract. Just keep flowing with me, okay, darling? You got it, Papaya. My little Peter Papaya. Okay, let's hold arms. Good, and let's start swinging them back and forth. Here we go. Hi, my hearts, cheerily, cheerily, my hearts, yar, yar. Take down the topsail, and now let's speed the waves crashing over the ship. Shh, shh. Tend to the master's whistle, blow till thy burst thy wind ever roam enough. Yes. You're doing really well at being a storm. You're a natural at it. Yes, and take down the topmast, tend to the master's whistle, blow till thy burst thy windy for room enough. And, now we have to bring her to try with main course. Now we have to steer it back onto the ship. So maybe let's create some chaotic dance moves, and then, like the ship is being steered onto the main course, let's find it and refine it, making it a little less chaotic and a little bit more intentional, like the ship itself. Gorgeous. That was real weird. Thanks for jumping in and doing that with me. Let's go down to the fire now. Okay. So, there's also something really magical about experiencing narrative through dance. Dance was my first love. Peter? Peter, darling? Oh no. Peter Papaya? You have fallen into the floor and I don't know what to do. Your hands are very scared about this. Peter Papaya. Are you with me? You are with me. Okay. You fell into the ground again. Are you experiencing some difficulties? You have to charge yourself. No. You're petting your hair. You're petting your cat. You're petting your dog. You are getting yourself situated and comfortable so that you can dance. No. I'm terrible at this guessing game. I've always been terrible at it. You agree? Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. All right. So now, as I was saying, there was something really thrilling about experiencing narrative through movement and not being limited by words. It's a really primal and instinctual way of experiencing and feeling, right? And because when you feel true love, there's no words that can resonate with what you feel inside, right? Or if you feel true fear, there's never the right words, but there's always the right sensation on the inside. So that's what we're going to discover. That's called dance, by the way. All right. Now, onward we go. I will let you do the honors. Good. Yes. Conjuring that storm. Warming up your magic for the day. Yes! And you have performed to the point that the Tempest I bade thee. Now, by accident most strange, bountiful fortune hath mine enemies been brought to this shore. Now I need you to go make thyself like a nymph of the sea. Be as delicate as these little stars floating around you. Exactly. But as powerful as Ariel herself who conjured the Tempest. Now be of sight to no one, except thine and mine, naked to every eyeball else. Now go take this form. And because it's really fun, throw your hands into the air and yell, Ariel! Hello! We're coming! Good. I boarded the king's ship. Now on the beak, now in the waist, on the deck, in every cabin, I flamed amazement. The fire and cracks, the sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune himself seemed besieged and made his bold waves tremble. Yea, his dread trident shake. Not a soul. But all but mariners plunged into the foaming brine and quit the vessel. And Ferdinand, the king's son, was the first man who leaped and cried, Hell is empty, and all the devils are here. Full fathom five, thy father's love, his bones are coral made, those are pearls that were his eyes, nothing of his doth fade, but he suffer a sea change into something rich and strange. Sea nymphs hourly ring its knell. Hark! I hear them ding dong bell. All right. So now, we are here in prosperous Cell, my memory palace. Now, I'm really wondering, this was something that I felt a little challenged by yesterday. How do we interpret these little bits of dialogue with movement, right? So, I wonder, like, how do we abstract some pedestrian movements, right? So, you have the walking, or like, Prosper does a lot of these kind of like professes, right? And so, let's try this line first. With the help from the kingdom of Naples, my brother Antonio did usurp me and set me to sea with my daughter Miranda. So, with the help from the kingdom of Naples, what's the first thing that your hands want to do when you think of help? With the help from the kingdom of Naples. Good. So like maybe we like put the hands down and look up. With the help from the kingdom of Naples. And then maybe we like point over here, my brother Antonio. Good. So let's try that again. We're going to make a dance. This is our duet. With the help from the kingdom of Naples, my brother Antonio. And then maybe you touch your heart because it hurts you so deeply. Did usurp me and set me to sea with my daughter Miranda. Maybe like that, and then you release into the ocean. Let's try that from the tippy top. Here we go. With the help from the kingdom of Naples, my brother Antonio did usurp me and set me to sea with my daughter Miranda. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's called a gesture phrase. And that's how we build choreography. You thought you were seeing the Tempest? Just kidding, you're having a choreography workshop. All right, come over here. Ooh. Here we go. Knowing I loved my books, Gonzalo did furnish mine own library with volumes I prized above my own dukedom. Very important books I studied. This is the exact reason why my brother Antonio booted me out of Milan, because I was so distracted by my studies, I put my brother to manage my state, but you already know that, don't you? Should we do a little dance for one other item? Okay. What item do you want to choose? You can choose it. The power of a signature. So, when you think of signature, right? I always think, because it's also a feather quill, I think of it as a very gorgeous, flowery signature. Not like mine, which is a little bit scratchy and lazy looking, but like a beautiful one, right? A Shakespearean one. Yeah. All right. Okay, so this one, we'll put that right there. We'll use that as our visual inspiration. So, we're going to work with this one. The dukedom of Milan was mine by right, but through foul play we came from thence, that my brother and my uncle called Antonio did claim the dukedom of their own. So, let's listen to those lines one more time. With the help... Nope, that's a lie. That was the wrong line. Just kidding. The dukedom of Milan was mine by right. There we go. So many lines rolling around my brain right now. The dukedom of Milan was mine by right. So that's pretty powerful. The dukedom of Milan was mine by right. There's a lot of confidence in that, don't you think? What's a confident move in your mind? The dukedom of Milan was mine by right. I love that. It's like your heart is bursting towards the ceiling. The dukedom of Milan was mine by right. But through foul play we came from thence. So that's kind of a sneaky line, right? Through foul play we came from thence. It's almost like you're twiddling your thumbs and, I don't know, looking around skeptically. Right, good. Let's try that. The dukedom of Milan was mine by right, but through foul play we came from thence, that my brother and my uncle called Antonio did claim, did claim the dukedom of their own. Exactly. So like my brother is over here, my uncle is over there, and then maybe you have to protect yourself because they took it right from under you. Let's try that from the top. Here we go. The dukedom of Milan was mine by right, but through foul play we came from thence, that my brother and my uncle called Antonio did claim the dukedom of their own. Great! That's really good. I think that's some good material. Shall we continue? Yes. Should we do this one? Mm-hmm. Are you ready to pour it in? Oh, you want me to do a dance for this one too? Alright, yeah, I think why not? Why not? My people provided my escape aboard a rotten carcass of a boat. So this is kind of, seeing the whole journey, right? Seeing the whole journey span in front of your eyes. My people provided my escape aboard a rotten carcass of a boat. And then maybe you start making a list of all the things that are not right. Not rigged, nor tackled, sail, nor mast. The very rats instinctively quit it. That choreography is just making itself, right? Let's try that from the top. My people provided my escape aboard a rotten carcass of a boat, not rigged nor tackled, sail nor mast. The very rats instinctively quit it. There they hoist us, so we hoist our arms into the air. There they hoist us, and then to cry to the sea that roared to us. And then maybe like this, to sigh to the pities, or to sigh to the winds whose pity sighing back again did us but loving wrong. So maybe you bring it in and then you turn it away. All right? Let's try from the tippy top. My people provided my escape aboard a rotten carcass of a boat, not rigged nor tackled, sail nor mast. The very rats instinctively quit it. There they hoist us, to cry to the sea that roared to us, to sigh to the winds whose pity sighing back again did us but loving wrong. All right, that was great. That's a good one, right? It's interesting feeling the words and not just saying them or miming them out, right? All right. I would say that I have to have a pee break, but I actually went to the bathroom before meeting you this evening, so snack time, shall we? All right. Alrighty. Okay. How about this? How many marshmallows? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you eat all 10 marshmallows in under 15 seconds? Ready, steady, go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Now, is your belly full and happy? All right. Excellent. Are you already in the fires of love? You ready to move forward? Okay. Here we go. Come on, Peter. Into those fires of love. We got a scene to act out in a second. Or just kidding. Dance out. There we go. So as you know, we are on Prospera's Island. This island used to be presided over by a very evil witch. That's terrible, but also awesome because the evil witch left behind a whole bunch of magical spirits, including Ariel. Let's see. Shall we just hop right to it? Okay. This scene is just way too much fun to act out, so do you want to be Miranda or Ferdinand? Ferdinand? Alright. Or do you want to be both? Alright, I'm going to have you play both. I find that you're very good at playing both actors. I also find it very amusing, and it makes me very happy watching you play both actors, if that's okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, Ariel. Oh, we should go over just a couple of housekeeping items just to refresh the reason why we're doing this scene. So the reason why we're doing this scene is Prosper has a grand plan of having Ariel and Ferdinand fall deeply in love. So deeply in love that they get married ASAP. The reason why this has to happen is so that Prospera has a get out of jail free card, if you will. You know, she'll be able to return back home to Milan without any, I don't know, kerfuffle, I guess you could say, and it'll undo all the suffering she has endured while being exiled here on this island, alright? So, let's start this scene, shall we? I'll play the role of Prospera, alright? You have your flower crown on, you are looking gorgeous, Miranda, and go and hide behind a tree. Good. Now, Miranda spies on Ferdinand and is overcome by his charming figure, and she says this. Oh, what is it, a spirit? Lord, how it looks about. I might call him a thing divine if nothing natural I ever saw so noble. And then Ferdinand sees Miranda and is overcome by her beauty, and he says this. Oh, the goddess on whom the airs attend. Oh, you wonder if you be a maid or no. You're a surfer dude from California, just FYI, okay, Ferdinand? Cool, man. Alright, and then Miranda responds. Oh, no wonder, sir, but certainly a maid. And then Ferdinand responds like this. Oh, my language! Heavens! Myself am Naples! With my eyes not since ebbed, beheld the king my father wrecked. Good. Let's put a pin in that, because now I as Prospera enter. You know, I forgot to mention Prospera's been spying on the young couple this whole time because she's wanting to make sure and guarantee that her master plan works. I do have to say, though, Prospera's feeling a little bit guilty because she's spying on her daughter, and now, you know, she's like, oh, well, maybe I should be a good mom and have a little chit-chat with Ferdinand, and yeah. So, you know, they are in either's powers, and with this swift business, I must uneasy make, lest too light meaning make that prize light. You, good sir, I fear you have done yourself some wrong, a word. So now's the moment where Prospera's like, hey, Ferdinand, you did not wash ashore these islands due to a storm. You came to this island to usurp me and kick me off of this island. Which is kind of funny when you think about it, because you're like, huh, that kind of sounds familiar to what Ferdinand's dad, King Alonso, did to Prospera, but just back in Italy a few years ago. Anyway, I guess Prospera's not so good at making those types of accusations or plans. But Prospera accuses him anyway, and while she's accusing him, and Miranda has to step in and defend her lover boy. And Miranda says this, oh, Mom! Oh, nothing ill can dwell in such a fine temple. And then I've just, like, added a little bit like this, like, oh, I think Ferdinand is super cute and I like him a lot, Mom. Oh, jeez, you don't understand me. Good. You're a very good teenage girl. Well done. And now, Ferdinand, you know, you're a teenage boy and you're like this. You're like, I have all of these hormones and all of this rage, and I'm just going to do this. It's sword time. I'm going to fight. I want to fight my feelings. Exactly. And now Prospera, oh dear, your sword went flying. Here, let me get you another one. Here, Ferdinand. Right there for you. Good. And now we battle it out. Good. Draw thy weapon, traitor, for I shall disarm thee with this stick and make thy weapon drop. I have power, and you don't. And then Prospera is kind of a little bit, like, boastful right now, and she's like, ha ha ha, thy nerves are in their infancy and have no vigor in them. Do you understand what that line means? You do? Okay. Okay, good. I'm just making sure. I know. And then Ferdinand's like, I lost. I'm a little bit bummed out. But Prospera's also like, now Ferdinand, go stack some wood. Why? I don't know. But I'm going to just make you do things because I have to prove that I'm powerful. So, stack the wood, Ferdinand. And as Ferdinand starts stacking the wood, well, you know how this ends, don't you? Miranda's like, yoo-hoo, Ferdinand. And Ferdinand is like, cha. And then Miranda's like, I think you're super cute, and I kind of want to marry you. And Ferdinand's like, mm-hmm. And then Miranda's like, I'll be your wife. And Ferdinand's like, cool, let's do it, man. Yeah. So congratulations. The young couple is now engaged. Prospera's evil plan worked. And there's going to be a wedding celebration in our near future. It's pretty awesome, isn't it? High five. Good job. Now let's do the talk and walk. As always. I just enjoy doing a talk and walk, you know. Now, the talk and walk is what you would call we've talked about durational, right? A durational activity. Exactly. So this is kind of the thing that transports our audience from one scene to another. So if we had audience following us as actors, they would be like, ooh. And they, we would be having this little dialogue so that they would stay engaged while being transported and not just floating off into the stream or whatever. So let's do the talk and walk. So, on the other side of the island, the dukes and the lords have escaped to the Tempest and they're wandering the desolate land. Oh dear. King Alonso is there and he's crying, his eyes out like a little baby because he thinks his son Ferdinand has perished. And, unfortunately, my evil brother Antonio is there. How's that for a durational? Alright. Have you ever been over here by the little boat? You have? Do you want to go explore it for a moment? Or shall we just... You know what? Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. I'm going to ask you to go on ahead. Go find yourself some healthy food now that you've eaten a dozen marshmallows. Like to counterbalance that sugar coursing through your bloodstream right now, okay? So go find something healthy. If I catch you eating cupcakes, the wrath of the harpy will squash you, okay? Alright, only healthy things. But even if you're eating unhealthy things, I probably won't even know, so just eat whatever you wish. Your body, your choice, honey. Alright, onward you go! You're making the choices there. Making sure you have a balanced diet. Getting your macros, your aminos. You are in sin, and on this island lingering perdition. Worse than any death, and be yet one shall step by step attend to you and your way to the rats to guard you from, which here on the most desolate isle else falls upon your head nothing but heart sorrow. For it is my business that you from Milan did supplant good Prospera. My goodness. You little time sprite. What am I going to do with you? Am I scaring you? I'm not scaring you at all, am I? Bummer. Well, I tried. I really did try. I have to say, though, bravely, the figure of this harpy hast thou performed mine aerial. A grace it did so devour. And now I leave this little enemy of mine all, I don't know, get up in their distractions, and they are in my power. And I leave them in these fits while I visit Ferdinand, well, who they believe is drowned, and his and mine loved darling Miranda. This
costume gets me every time. I could live in this costume, you know? It is so fabulous. Alright. Shall we do a little brief high five and then go have a wedding celebration? Alright, high five, darling. Oh, boop, there you go. Here we go. Time for a wedding.
Alright. Ooh. Do you hear that thunder and lightning? Oh, are you going to restore the garden? No. Can you hear me? Snap if you can hear me. Okay, good. Okay, good. Whew. Got so terribly scared there. So, I have a question for you. If you're going to play Ferdinand, can I play Miranda? Just so you're not marrying yourself, because I know that we've done that in the past, and you don't have to do that again. So I'll be your Miranda, you can be my Ferdinand, and then we can also exchange the roles of the goddesses. Amazing, amazing, amazing! High fives, honey. Alright. You know what? Let's go over here. This way. Okay, so, I know that we did like walking down the aisle yesterday. We're going to do the same thing, but then, how do we spice this up a little bit? Let me think, let me see. How do we spice this up? No. Alright, this is what we'll do. I'm going to start singing the song of Iris. And we both have to walk down the aisle to Iris' song, okay? And then, when I start singing Juno's song, you're going to make an onion. You know how to make an onion, right? Okay, cool. So when I start singing Juno's song, the goddess of family and marriage, you're going to make the onion. And we're going to do our Tempest ring exchange. Do you know how the onion ring exchange goes? Oh, yes! Finally, something you don't know! Yes! All right. So, you make an onion. You take one bite of the onion, and then I'll take the other bite of the onion, and then by the two of us eating the same onion is the equivalent of exchanging rings, and therefore Miranda and Ferdinand have been wed. And then we'll do Sarah's, and we'll just have like a fun dance party, because that's just what Sarah's is all about. Agriculture and fertility, and we'll do a little agriculture dance, a little rain dance, a little fertility dance, a little prosperous, bountiful dance, okay? Alright, here we go. We walk down the aisle with Iris' song. 5, 6, 7, 8. You nymphs called naiads of the windring brooks, with your sedged crowns and your ever harmless looks, leave your crisp channels and answer. Oh, leave your crisp channels. Juno does command. Come, temperate nymphs, it's time to celebrate. A contract of true love can never be too late. Good. And now Juno sings her song. Hit it! Onion time. Honor, riches, marriage, blessings, a long continuance, increasing hourly joy, still be upon you. Juno sings her blessings upon you. Ah, we've exchanged rings. That's so exciting. And now we get to celebrate with Sarah's. Here we go. Should we do we should do a mirroring dance again, shouldn't we? Okay, cool. Follow my lead. Honor, riches, marriage, blessings, a long continuance, increasing hourly joy, still be upon you. Oh, Juno sings her blessings upon you. Earths increase, boys in plenty, barns and gardens never empty, vines and clustering bunches growing, plants so goodly birthing, bowing, spring come to you. At the farthest, in the very end of harvest, scarcity and want shall shun you. Sarah's blessing is so on you. Nice. And now, let's hold hands. Oh, Ferdinand, do you take me as Miranda to be your spirit? You do? I'm going to polish that mask for you, and I, as Miranda, I'm going to take you, Ferdinand, to be my spirit. Oh, big hug, big hug, big hug. And with that blessing, we have returned! Oh my goodness, we got married. That's so exciting. Oh, yes. And, well, sadly, this is the moment where we have to leave. It is time to part from this illusion. I'm sure our paths will cross again, won't they? You bet, honey, you bet. I know, I can't get away from my darling Peter Papaya. Oh, all right. Well, shall we do our one last ritual? Okay. Let me just get this storm going. Just, can you swirl the sky for me real quick with your hands? Keep swirling. Uh-huh. Keep going. There we go. That's better. Now, point to the roof of my house. There we go. Point to my little fence. Good. Point to the shrubs. All right, all right. Point to these little blocks behind you. All right. Now we have a good little... Oh, here, just a second. Are you going to work? There, now they work. Now they're working. Now they're working. All right, good. I think now it is time. Now we are ready to have our last ritual. We've set the atmosphere, right? Our revels now are ended. Those, our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits and have melted into air, into thin air, like the baseless fabric of this vision. The cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, and the great globe itself. All which it inherits shall dissolve. Like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. For we are such stuff as dreams are made on. And in this little life, we are rounded in asleep. Oh, that is such a good monologue. That is just one of Shakespeare's masterpieces, I must say. Don't you agree? Now... it is time to dance it out, leaving on a brighter note. All right. Now let's do our final dance. Now that we have an idea of like how to interpret things, I'm going to say something and then you're going to give me a move, okay? Are you ready? Aerial! Give me an aerial move. Gorgeous. It's like seaweed almost. Alright, and harpy! Nice, that was like fiery fingers. Awesome. And, ooh, this is going to be a tricky one. Give me a Prospera move. Nice. And a Miranda move. Excellent. And of course, a Ferdinand move. Give me an interpretive Ferdinand move. Oh my goodness, you are amazing. You little spirit, my little Peter Papaya that has been in my charge. I free you to the elements, and fare thou well. Ciao, darling!